Hello everyone, my name is Avery and this is Everything Crafty. Today is Friday and that means that my first farmer's market of this season is tomorrow. I just spent my whole morning going through my stock again, making sure everything had labels, and then I set up my tables in the living room and laid it out so I know kind of how I wanted to have my table laid out, and then took a picture of it so I would be prepared for tomorrow. It's currently 2:45, so almost 3 o'clock. I need to arrive at the market tomorrow at 3, and it's from 4 to 7. And this is the first opening day of the market, so there's gonna be food trucks and bounce houses and all of the different vendors that were approved. And I get to do this every weekend, which is really exciting. Unfortunately, there are gonna be some scattered rain throughout the afternoon, and then it's supposed to be really rainy, but not until after the market is done. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some sprinkles. Luckily, there is an area that they have that's underneath a canopy that they've built. It's connected to a barn. It's on a honeybee farm. That's really cool. But I also have my own tent that I'm bringing just in case if I don't get a spot underneath the canopy, I can set up my tent. But if I do, it's wonderful that I can be underneath the canopy. I want to show you guys all that I have made, so I'll do that in a second. But what I want to do after that is just try and make a few more small things. I'm working on some dish scrubbies right now because I have a lot of really big items. I have lots of tops and a sweater and lots of beanies and hats. I know that it is April now and it is getting really hot. I had pants on earlier and I had to change into shorts. But maybe people still want beanies. I think definitely once it comes to May, I will put the beanies just kind of in storage and won't sell that on my market, but they'll still be available on my online shop. I'll just put them away and won't have them at my farmer's market table and make a lot more bucket hats, because right now I only have 3 bucket hats, but that's because I've been making a lot of beanies and stuff. I want some more smaller things. I made a lot of bag charms that I'll show you that I haven't shown on anything else besides my Instagram story. You should go follow me on Instagram. I update that a lot. Now I'm making some dish scrubbies because I've had this scrubby yarn in my stash, and that's kind of just what my plan is, just to see how many more small things I can make before tomorrow when I have to leave. I have a crochet poncho whip that I'm working on that I'll show you guys in this video too, but I'm definitely not going to finish that before tomorrow. But I am making it for the market as another big thing, because I don't know about you guys, I'm obsessed with ponchos right about now in this time, so maybe other people are also obsessed with ponchos, but I just want to make a bunch of them and sell them. I kind of want that to be my big thing that I always sell, at least during the summer, is ponchos. And then during the winter, I can make some more hexagon cardigans because I really like making those as well. So I think I'm going to go get my tub of products and show you guys in a second. So I'm going to start with some beanies. These are my $25 knitting machine beanies. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the knitting machine beanies. And then we have 2 moss stitch crochet beanies for $28. This one's nice and orange, and this one's a rainbow and pink, and both of those are $28. I have this chunky crochet beanie for $30, and I have this V-stitch chunky crochet beanie also for $30. And then I have this chunky knit beanie for $28 as well. I have 1 granny stitch beret in the color red for $30. I have 3 bucket hats. This one that I just made a week ago, this is the Kelp bucket hat by Passion and Kelsey, and this one is $25. And then I have 2 pretty old bucket hats that I haven't sold or given away yet. This one is pretty small. It's a child size, but this one is $20, and this one is a granny square bucket hat, which is too big. So obviously these are from, gosh, I made these when I was still in college. These are almost 2 years old. I might even lower the price even more because they're made out of acrylic, kind of a really cheap acrylic yarn, and I just haven't been able to sell them. And I made them back when I wasn't as great as at crocheting as I am now. I mean, I was fine, but I'm definitely much better. I might even lower these to 18 or something. I am actually going to sell my jester hat, see if it sells. I love it. I think it's super cute. Don't necessarily have anywhere to wear it, but I do want to make a ton more because it is medieval fair season and I love these and I think it's so cute. I'm selling this one for $30. I have lots of bandanas to go through. Some of these are older and some of these are recently made. Obviously, you can tell I really like making bandanas. I also have 2 headbands. This one, again, is older. It's made out of acrylic yarn, so I know better now to make things out of cotton. This one is pretty new. Cute. I made it around Christmas time. I definitely want to make more headbands. This is my own pattern, actually, that I haven't written up, but I don't have it published anywhere. So if you want to see, like, a tutorial and me put out a written pattern for this super simple, just crochet headband. I think they're really cute. I really love them. I want to make more. I usually, like, depending on how much yarn I have, I make a bandana and then I can make a headband out of the rest of it. All of these bandanas are $15. First, I have this alternating double crochet, triple crochet kind of solid bandana. This one is my own pattern, kind of just based off regular solid double crochet bandanas. I just wanted to try something fun, adding a different stitch pattern in there. This one is a solid double crochet bandana and it's kind of like rosy pinks and blues and yellow color. And all of these are made out of cotton yarn or a cotton blend. This one's pretty old. It's like a reverse granny stitch. You start at the tip and then you go out. I don't really like how this one looks as much. It's made a lot of like a thicker fabric, so that's why I haven't made any more, but this one still hasn't sold. This one is a double crochet bandana, but instead of going in each stitch, I went through the posts of the bandana. This fun red, white, and blue one. I made this one around 4th of July last year. Here's another red, white, and blue one, just a different yarn. This one's just a regular granny stitch bandana with the scalloped edges. This one is a fun, like, pink and purple one. This one's really adorable. Again, just a normal granny stitch bandana. This one is kind of a lacy one, it's double crochet, but then every other row has a chain in between. Here is one that I also made around Christmas time this past year, just a normal granny stitch one, but it's the red and green. Is it a little too Christmassy? Maybe, but maybe someone just likes red and green. This one, you may have saw in one of my recent videos. It's like this bobble stitch one, and it has been in my whip basket for ages. Then here is another just granny stitch bandana, a fun green. I made this one in March for I was feeling St. Patrick's Day-y. This one is Karen Cotton Cakes. This one again is in the Karen Cotton Cakes, but it is just solid double crochet bandana in more of a neutral color because I've realized I have lots of very colorful things, and last year I know that a lot of people were like, well, I like this, but it's just too bright for me, which I like the bright colors, but other people don't, which is fine. And then I also have this bandana in progress. I just need to weave in the ends. So this will be another one in that same yarn. It's just in the granny stitch crochet stitch. Currently, I have 4 of these Lily of the Valley bag charms, one in this kind of dusty pink, one in purple, one in this burgundy red, and then another one in yellow. These are really quick and easy to make. I liked making these. I can make a few of those, but those are $8. I have one little star pouch with some blue yarn. It can open up and you can put like your AirPods or change or whatever in it. I have this lavender bag charm. However, I was following the pattern correctly and the leaves don't like move for you to loop it on your bag. So you'd have to like jump ring to do it. And I also don't particularly like how the flowers look completely. So this one's only $6. I have one sunflower charm. I love the look of this one, but it took me a very long time. So this one is $10. Currently, I have 4 lip balm holders, just using some scrap yarn. This one is also my own pattern. Each of these are $5 because they're super quick. They have a cute little button clasp that just goes through the double crochets on the lid or the flap, and then there is your chapstick, and I'm also including a lip balm in each of them. It's lip smackers. Love that for early 2000s girlies. So again, if you want me to make a tutorial for this or a pattern for these little like stash busting chapstick bag charms, let me know in the comments because those are super quick and easy to make. They're really fun. And then I also have one coaster that I need to put a tag on, and then 2 dish scrubbies done. Currently working on 2 that I need to weave in my ends in. The dish scrubbies are $3. I also have 9 scrunchies, and each of these scrunchies are $5. I have a ear warmer, very chunky. I also have this $15 knit ear warmer headband, and then some little hand warmers that match, some cute little wrist warmers. I have 2 of these like ruffle scarves that are super duper long, and these are $15 each. So I have a brown one and the purpley pink one. I have all my scarves from my Making Scarves in 12 Hours video, which you should also go watch. First, we have my purple granny stitch scarf for $50. And yes, that one is much more expensive. One, because scarves are they take a really long time to make, and also I really like it. So if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it. And then I have the brown moss stitch scarf, also for $50. And I have the kerchief scarf that's in these pinks and purples for $45. I have my granny stitch t-shirt for $45. You can see me making that in my very first vlog on this channel. Then we have a star sweater that I made quite a while ago. I have 3 different coral stripy crop top. They're just like top down raglans. I have a small left. I had made these last year. And then I have a large and an extra small, which is a little different because the stripes is made with a different kind of orangey coral yarn. And this one is very small for an extra small. It's definitely more of a child size. With that same orange yarn, I actually have a Valerie top. This is another pattern by Passionate Kelsey. Each of those crop tops were $40. The Valerie top is $38. I have 2 brown lily tops, the pattern by Passionate Kelsey. One in an extra large and one in a small. And then I have 2 sneak a peek tops. This one is a medium and it's $30 because it's a lot older. I made it such a long time ago. I just haven't been able to sell it. And then I'd also used the Karen cotton cakes, the cotton acrylic bend, to test a top, another sneak a peek top, and a small. I don't like it as much as just Lily's sugar and cream for her tops, which is what she says in the pattern, but I wanted to test something else out. So that is also going to be sold. That one is $40. This is a cute little ruffle crop top. The pattern is by JBW. Again, I had made this for myself, but I made it in acrylic yarn instead of cotton because I made it a very long time ago, like 2 years ago almost, and I had been keeping it, but now I'm going to sell it for $38. And that's all my tops. And now we have my 2 bags. Cute little star bag. This is how I wanted my star sweater to look. I don't know why I didn't do stripes. I just didn't, it didn't cross my mind, but star bag. And the inside is lined with fabric that has eagles on it. Caca! I also made this around 4th of July last year. This one is for $45. I think it's really cool. I think the next time I make it, I'm gonna do the straps a little differently just so it's not as stretchy. I did double crochet, probably gonna have to do single crochet the next time, but it's like a really nice over the shoulder bag. I think it's so cute. I wanna make more of these. This is very recent. I made this just last week. A large mesh market bag. I made it huge. I did not mean to make it this huge, but I did. I made it huge. This is $40. That's actually all I have for right now. So I'm just gonna keep making a few other things, and I will take you guys with me for setting up my table and seeing how much we made. It feels like I've been crocheting forever. I took a break for lunch. I think the last time I chatted with you guys, it was like 4, and now it is 8:45. I'm getting kind of tired, but I think I can still do some crocheting. There is yarn all around me. It's kind of crazy. Firstly, right before dinner, and then right after, I made this little chicken. He used up almost my whole bag of yarn scraps to stuff in. This was completely full, like stuffed. I don't own safety eyes, so I use little buttons. I think the buttons are cuter anyways. He's going to be 15. I don't usually do amigurumi, but he is literally just like a big circle and you like just pinch the top to like sew closed. So he's very easy. I still have some more yarn. I might make another one of him either tonight or tomorrow, but it did take me like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I decided to make a bunch of bookmarks because I realized that I didn't make any bookmarks, so I tried out quite a few new patterns on Instagram. First, just a pattern that I had already done before. It's this little bookworm. I made 2 of those, and each of these bookmarks are going to be $3. And then I made a slug. This one is adorable. Made 2 different kinds of flowers. This one looks like a little sunflower, and this is a different pattern, just a flower with one color, which is cute. And this one with a star and a moon charm. I finished our bandana. That was a granny stitch one. I just needed to weave in the ends. Oh, and I finished all of those dish scrubbies. So now I have a total of 6. I'm getting really tired, but I want to keep crocheting. So I might just do some more bookmarks and try and make another chicken tomorrow, because I don't want to start a chicken tonight and have to do all the counting. Also, this hurt my wrist a lot. Another reason why I don't do amigurumi is that it hurts. Okay, so very quickly, this is everything else that I've made this morning because it is 2:36 and I need to get ready to go in like 10 minutes. So I made lots of more bookmarks. We have a blue one, purple and white one, yellow one with white in the middle, and then a dark purple one with a yellow center. And then I did make another chicken. This one has like teal turquoise eyes, and this one has the green eyes. They're cute. And then these took me a while, but I made a cute little blueberry bag charm with all of these have little daisies on them. And then a strawberry bag charm. And then a lemon bag charm. That's what I have for right now. I'm going to get all of this packed up and then get ready to go. Okay. So here's the progress on our poncho. Ooh, I'm like not in frame. It's fine. I definitely want it longer. I want this to be like all the way down to my elbow, at least right here. So we definitely have quite a few more rows to go. Saw me working on my poncho last night. Still have 3 more shows to go, so I'll probably bring that to keep working on. It is so close to being done. I like the arm length to be right at my elbow, and it probably needs about 2 or 3 more inches, so really close to being done. I can't decide what kind of border I want to do on it, if I want to do scallops or tassels or something. I'll have to figure it out. But I do have lots of other things to show you. I bought some yarn online. It's for a specific project. My partner wanted me to make him a Magic the Gathering play mat, and he wants it to be the different mana colors, the little symbols. So I got colors for each of those. I have black just for the background. And then I kind of went for like a muted, lighter color palette. So not super bright colors because he's not like a super bright color person. So I got this kind of really light yellow for white mana. This kind of burnt red color for red. This really navy kind of sea blue. This forest green for the forest, the green color. And then I got purple for black mana because I wanted the background to be black. And if I just got like a slightly lighter gray, it wouldn't contrast enough. And the official like Magic the Gathering Wizards of the Coast brand represents black mana with purple all the time. So I just wanted the actual color. And then I got a really light gray for colorless mana. So it could be 6, so it could be a nice rectangle. And then I also bought one thing of orange because if you watch my YouTube shorts or follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you know I do the Granny Square card deck series right here. And so many of these Granny Squares and our next box, which I'm not close to. I just finished filming day 17. We'll see what day I have posted up to when this like whole big YouTube video comes out. And there's 50 in each box. But the flower one also has a lot of orange in it, and I like to try to kind of match the colors. I don't always do it exactly, but a lot of them use orange, and I'd like to use orange. And I don't have any orange yarn at all left. I had a few tiny scraps, but I don't have any at all. So I just got one. And you may be wondering, but Avery, you have some of these colors in your stash. Yes, but I wanted to get all of the same brand, so the size of the yarn would be the exact same. And this is just the Loops and Thread, like, soft classic, like, literally their most basic acrylic yarn. But it's still, I mean, it's not as soft as their Impeccable yarn, but it's still pretty soft. I mean, much softer than, like, Red Heart. So I got all of this. This is definitely going to be more than enough to do the mats. But I thought I could make more of them and sell them or do, like, commissions. Wink, wink. So if you're watching this and you want your own Magic the Gathering playmat, let me know in the comments or email me or go to my Kofi, however you say it, Kofi, let me know because hopefully this one isn't too hard and I can make it and it would be really fun. I am also doing a pattern test for JBW Crochet. It'll be somewhere on the screen. Jenna, I've done 2 pattern tests for her before. And this one is for a cute little poncho. So I need some yarn, and I have thrifted lots of sweaters to deconstruct with my yarn winder. I've done that. I've already done it to 2 sweaters, and I'm saving that yarn for another project that I just have not started yet. But I think I'm going to use this like kind of burnt orange for the poncho. I think it's a good enough color for like kind of spring and summer, and it's very much a fall color, and I can use it for fall as well, and I can wear it for fall as well. The yarn like content is 53% cotton, 40% acrylic, and 7% polyester. And when I've thrifted these sweaters, I try to get ones that are like a natural fiber blend. Usually I find ones with cotton. I do have one with wool, and I haven't unraveled that one yet either, so I'll try to do that. But if I'm gonna get yarn from sweaters to unravel, I'd like them to be semi-natural fibers. One that I unraveled that is green is 100% cotton. However, when I unraveled it, it became just like a bunch of strings. So it's still like yarn. It's just not like wound together. It's just a bunch of like strands held together. It's hard to explain. Hopefully this doesn't do that. I don't think it will. So I'm just gonna work on a bunch of random stuff today before I have to go back for call for the show. Okay, I frogged 2 small balls of the yarn. This is what it's looking like. I've not frogged the whole sweater, but I just want to start crocheting. And I think what I'm going to do is double strand the yarn so it gets closer to a 4 weight. And then the pattern says to use a 4 to a 5mm hook. So I'm going to use my trusty 5 because it's my favorite. And then double strand it. And I just want to get started. I'll frog more of the sweater later to get more yarn, but I just want to start crocheting. This is really loud and it's slightly giving me a headache. So I'm just going to crochet so it can be a little more quiet. This is Jenna's account. It's JBW ____. She posts lots of art and crochet fiber art stuff. Here is the cute little poncho that she's made that I am pattern testing. Go follow her. I think
by the time that this video is posted, the pattern will already be out. But if it's not, I'll make sure to update the description when it does come out and put the pattern in the description so you guys can go buy it.
Okay, hey guys. So I frogged some of the sweater. I haven't frogged all of it. We have some little cakes of yarn that I have wound up with my ball winder. And here is a 10-row update on our poncho. And this pattern has like beads that you crochet into it, which I think is really fun. I had to go through my bead stash because I also make jewelry a lot, just like beaded like necklaces and earrings and stuff. I haven't done that in a while, but I have a big stash of beads, so I was just trying to find beads that fit on. I have a embroidery needle. It's really hard to see, but what I've been doing, because I don't have any beads that have like a super big hole that my crochet hook can fit through, so what I've been doing is threading one of my strands of yarn through the tapestry needle and then getting my bead, this might be super hard to see, and putting it on the yarn like that, and then just putting my hook like through this little loop at the top and then crocheting around it. Definitely not the best explanation. I think maybe when I get to another bead row in the pattern, I'll show you how I do the bead, because the pattern doesn't say how to thread the beads onto the poncho. It just says to do it, but just see that. It's nice and lacy and pretty. I think I'll have enough yarn because I still have this much of the sweater that I need to unravel. I just really wanted to start like crocheting. I also worked on my granny stitch poncho a little bit more last night while sitting in the booth waiting for the show to start. I'm still not done with that one, but this one is a pattern test, so I kind of want to get this one through quickly. Crocheting it was kind of a slow start. I had to frog a few times, but once I actually got through it and started to understand the pattern, it was a lot easier. And it was a bit of trial and error trying to figure out how to put this first row of beads on, but I figured it out and I'm going to do that for the rest of them. But I think that's really cute, and I'm just going to keep crocheting on this. Probably going to have to frog more of the sweater soon because one of my balls is getting very small. But yeah. Okay, I've made a little progress on the second side of my poncho, and I have this much done of the first side, which is not completed. I kind of just wanted to start the second side and then get to where I was and do both at the same time so that I can make sure I have enough yarn to make them both even. I've had to go back and frog quite a few times and really read the pattern and really pay attention because I just keep slightly messing up. Like the first time I had to go back because I didn't have enough increases on one side. I just missed one. This one I went back because I just like totally skipped one of the spaces and then I didn't have enough, so I had to frog back a couple of rows. This is not a project that I can take on the go, so it has been about a week and a half. I've been very busy and very tired. This vlog is just going on for a very long time, but I don't want to end it until I finish that big poncho that I'm doing. But I did finish our little granny stitch poncho, and I will show this in a better shot later. I added a cute little like scalloped border on it, and then I have made 3 bucket hats. Should I be doing this for like a challenge? Sure, but I'm not, so I've just made 3 random bucket hats. This one in this cute little like rainbow color, and this is in the Karen layer cakes, which was a limited time yarn either last year or the year before, and I love it, and I just used the last of it. However, I found a perfect dupe for it called Hooked Wavy Blends. They had this green color and this blue color on Michael's website, and this Hooked brand has their own website. So each of these really big cakes, which is the exact same yarn, it's like maybe just the tiniest bit thinner. It's like 12 bucks for this big thing on their website. So I'm gonna make more bucket hats with these 2, and I'm probably gonna be able to get 2 out of each of these skeins. I had 2 of these black and gray skeins, except I started them in different places because I'd used a tiny bit of one. So I started this one with the white going down to black, and then this one starts with the rest of the black going through the whole skein. So they look slightly different, and I kind of like that. I like that they're slightly different, and I also did different tags. This one I did a white tag, and this one I did a black tag. This one has a brown tag. And then with the leftover of those yarns, I made some little dish scrubbies, because I feel like they would be really good as dish scrubbies as well. That's probably what I'll do if I have just like a little bit left over of the hooked wavy blends. I have this green and, not green, yellow and gray, and then more yellow and gray, just with the regular gray, and then black and gray, little flowers. And I made one of my little headbands. Made this today, and then I also started another headband, and I got like just the little triangle part done, and I didn't do anything else. I'm just gonna keep working on this poncho and hopefully get more done with it. I have 6 days left before the test is due, and that is 6 days to finish it and take some pictures. I think I can do it. I think I can really work on it this weekend as well and get it done. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how I've been putting the beads on my poncho. So I've had to find a needle that not only fits the yarn that I'm using, but that also fits through the beads that I have. So I've had to test a bunch of my beads, but I found that these white ones and these blue ones work, and I think the blue looks nice. So the needle not only goes through the yarn through the eye, but it also can go through the bead. Since I am double stranding my yarn, I already did my chain. I go ahead and start my treble crochet with no bead on it and do the first yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So I still have 1, 2, 3 loops on my hook. I set that to the side, and I take 1 strand of the yarn that I'm using, and I fold it in half over the eye and put it through the eye of my needle, just a little bit, like that. And then I go ahead and take my bead and I thread it onto the needle and the yarn. Sometimes you have to tug really hard because it's a little tight. That time was super duper easy. So now the bead is kind of on 1 strand of my yarn, and it can just be your 1 strand, but twice. So then with my hook, with my 3 loops, I take just this 1 little loop here that I made with my bead, put that on my hook, pull the other end of that yarn strand with the bead on it tight all the way so that the bead is right there on my hook. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 3.5 loops on my hook. This I'm just kind of pretending isn't there, and I'm combining it with this one. So then I'm just gonna finish my treble crochet. I'm gonna yarn over, pull through not only the loop that the bead is on, but these 2, just like a regular treble crochet. And then yarn over and pull through the last 2. So the bead is kind of off to the side, but you can manipulate it to be whatever direction you want. So you can see there's like the whole treble crochet here and the bead, which is just on 1 strand with the other side kind of wrapped around it here through the poncho. I did this because I didn't want to thread all of my beads onto my yarn at once, because that's just too much work. I just didn't want to do that. So I came up with this little way, which is probably something that other people have done as well. But I wanted to show you guys, just so you would know if you also wanted to use this method. Okay, I've made some more progress on the poncho. I've done the 3 layers of beads, I don't know if you can tell, on both sides. So I do have, yes, 2 pieces. I've started extending one of the sides, and it's just the 1, 2, 3 layers of beads, and then you just make it as long as you want. With all of my past ponchos that I've made before, I like them to end right at my elbow. I'm kind of laying this correctly on myself just from like the one side. I can't really try it on yet. I think we need 3 or more rows. I'm just imagining this stretched out. I really like how it's turning out. Like I said before, I had to restart a few times, but now that I've gotten back into the flow of it, I think it's so fun. I am still making progress on that. I started another bucket hat at school. It's just the top of it though. So that's just my update on the poncho so far. Guess what? I finally finished our poncho. I will insert quite a few clips of me wearing it and maybe also some pictures. So I am wearing
my poncho to work. But this is going to be the end of this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really don't know how long this is going to be. I've been filming this vlog for like a month. It feels like it's been a very long time, maybe more like 3 weeks, but I've been very, very busy. Make sure to go follow Jenna on Instagram and buy this pattern for yourself, because I'm pretty sure by the time this video is out that the pattern will already be released. If it's not, I will update the description with the link to the pattern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.